If you're here for knockouts, bad bloods, and the best breakdowns you'll ever see in the fight game, this is Flamingo Fight Talk. I am host today, Kelby Cedarquist, and with me is Derek Schramm out of Orlando, Florida. How you doing today?
The city beautiful. And you want to know what else is beautiful?
Yeah, what's that?
Winnipeg. I've never been, but you know who is? The UFC and Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott.
Yeah,
UFC Winnipeg this Saturday.
yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. I'm pretty excited for this main fight on this card. This is the only fight we're going to talk about on this video, so we're
Quick
going to get
shout
right
out,
into it.
Jazz is on this card. She's pretty good. And then Alan Joban and Kyler Phillips in the co-main event should be a good fight. But you know what? If there's something that we want to talk about it, check the socials. This video, we're talking about the main event. Mourinho versus Malott.
Yeah, I mean, Gilbert Burns, a seasoned veteran, a world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. At the age of 39 years old, he is getting up there in age. He's not quite like the old Gilbert Burns that we're used to seeing, but Gilbert Burns in a fight is always a fun fight. And I just drew the biggest blank in my life. I thought I had
Well,
something else.
let me set the score. Mike Malott on a 3-fight win streak. Trevin Giles, Charles Radke, Kevin Holland. He is 6-1 in the UFC. His one loss being against Neil Magny. And you know how it is. Neil Magny is the gatekeeper of the welterweight division. So got in there. He, came in with a pair of performance of the night bonuses when he came in. Lost to Magny, and he's worked up a good win streak, like we were just talking about last episode. Charles Radke, impressive fighter, good. Kevin Holland, good fighter. Well, Mike Malott has wins over both of them
He
so
does.
far last year, and now he takes on ranked fighter, former title challenger, the number 11 ranked Gilbert Burns, who is on a rough
Right.
4-fight losing streak. But those names, do not be mistaken. They are Bilal Muhammad, the former champion, Jack
Big
Della
name.
Maddalena, the
Huge.
former champion, Sean Brady, former number one contender,
One of the
and
baddest
Michael
guys.
Morales,
Oh,
first currently rated number one contender, or is Ian Gary still that? Or is Shavkat? But regardless, the most dangerous man in the division is who Gilbert Burns has lost
yes.
to. So
I find it correct. I totally agree with the betting books on this one. They have him at as a plus 315 underdog going into this fight. You're going to over triple your money if you bet on him on just the money line, which is absolutely absurd in my opinion. But he is on a 4-fight losing streak, but he has lost continuously to the top name guys in the division. Does that overpower this up and coming guy that's been getting some big names like Kevin Holland getting the dubs against? I don't know. I'm still thinking. I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. As much as I hate saying this, I don't think Gilbert Burns is gonna get it done in this fight. I think this might be his last fight in the UFC. As much as I hate saying that, might be a controversial take. I don't know, but if you 4-fight losing streak and you're going up against somebody that's a savage, it seems like the UFC is trying to throw him away. What do you think?
so I was going to go. I mean, yeah. I mean, they are trying to build a Canadian hype train, and they're
Yeah.
going to the Great White North, and they're putting a guy on a win streak in front of a beloved guy. Let me just So I was going to go through and read all Burns' losses. The first two are against Rashid Magomedov and Michael Prazers back in 2015 and 16. I don't know them, but you will recognize the names going after that. 2018, Dan Hooker he lost to on the UFC 226 Miyoke Cormier, the first fight. And then he goes on the win streak that takes him all the way from 28, what was that? I say? July 2018
Yeah.
all the way to February 13th, 2021 against his loss to Kamaru Usman in a fight where he almost knocked out Usman in the first round. He had come off of performance of the night and two performances of the nights against Damian Maia and Tyron Woodley before that. And then here are the losses after that. Khamzat Shamaev in a fight of the night.
That
and
was
then
an
I already
amazing
mentioned
fight.
the other one. So the only people he's lost to recently are champion Khamzat Chimaev, former champion, second greatest welterweight of all time, maybe third best welterweight of all time. That's another discussion. Who are the best welterweights of all time? GSP, Matt Hughes, Kamaru Usman, but what's the order? Discussion for another time. Champion below, champion contenders Morales and Brady, Khamzat, Usman. This guy only loses to elite. Mike Malott's a hot prospect, but he couldn't get past Neil Magny 4 fights ago. Can he beat basically the elite gatekeeper when he couldn't get past the ranking gatekeeper last time?
Yeah. The way for victory for Gilbert Burns in this fight is to go where his roots lies. He doesn't really like to do that so much in these fights. It uses amazing Brazilian jiu-jitsu in fights. This is where he needs to use that, take the advantage, and I think if he gets him to the ground early and keeps him to the ground throughout the whole fight, he could get a decision win. That's the only way of victory I see in this fight. I don't think he
And
needs
I
a
mean,
stand.
yeah, I mean Mike Malott, he has some good he has great submissions too,
I
but
know
I
that's
mean
the scary
obviously he
part.
hasn't submitted anyone the ranking of
No,
Gilbert Burns
no.
here. No, I mean I understand, but he's good there too, so it's one of those things. But yeah, I think it's a matter of the stand up, and I think Mike Malott's is going to bring that pressure on Burns, and for sure the first 2 rounds of the fight is going to be Gilbert Burns is there. Remember, Burns kind of gave it to Khamzat too. Like that was the first fight that Khamzat, the first person to test Khamzat Chimaev was Gilbert Burns. You know,
It was.
so
It
yeah.
really was.
And now this is a depleted Burns since then, but again, like who do you got? Who's the what you said when you were talking about the betting lines? I didn't see it on UFC. Who's the favorite? Malott.
Yeah, Gilbert Burns is the underdog at minus
What's
320.
so Malott's a -320 favorite?
Sorry, yes. Malott's Let me just double check. Mike Malott is a significant favorite. Opening round is at negative 380 to negative 450. I did say that wrong earlier. Gilbert Burns is a plus 315. So they're thinking
Plus
negative 400 by the day of closing.
that is +315.
Yeah, plus 315 for Gilbert Burns. So definitely triple your money. And then negative 400 on average between all of the betting books for Mike Malott as a huge favor against an amazing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist. My brain I can't comprehend Gilbert Burns being such an underdog. It kind of hurts. Honestly, if you're really betty and wanted to gamble some of the money,
Gilbert Burns is a live dog. I mean, yeah, he's on a 4-fight losing streak. That's why he's on that.
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see this.
What?
My picture in the corner where it caught the caption. I don't know if you can see mine. I just cross-eyed looking like a fool in the corner and just made me laugh so
No,
hard.
I can't see yours.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the 4-fight losing streak. People are looking at Burns or thinking he's washed, but it's like, and like some of those losses weren't great. He didn't look good in all of them, but look at the names. Those names are not names that Mike Malott has been in the ring with.
Gilbert
You know
Burns
what I
has
mean?
only lost to Savages in the recent couple years, and it's
Yeah.
almost disrespectful. I mean, the bet, I think Vegas is really, really kind of. I do say he's definitely an underdog coming to his fight, but
He
I'm
should
thinking
be the
more like a
underdog, but he's a live dog. And if it's +350, I think you should get some money on him.
yeah, yeah. Plus, opening rounds right now is negative 380 on the low. Sorry, I keep reading wrong. Plus 300 on the low end, and the highest books is plus 325. I mean, that's insane.
How long do you think this fight's going to go? I don't think it makes a decision. I think it's going to go mid rounds 3 or 4.
Hmm.
I think
No,
Burns is either going to be able to break down
for this
Malott.
being a 5 round fight, it's kind of crazy in my head. It blows my mind that they gave them. the main fight. Obviously, this card needed a big name like Gilbert Burns.
It's definitely a Canadian showcase fight. They're trying to build that, which Mike Malott, that's what he's been on lately. He started finding some other names too, so it's good for him. This is a huge step up. I like when the UFC This is a weak card, but I like when they're traveling and they're not on the Apex, because then you get the hometown hero fights, and if you can get the hometown hero beating a legend of the game, a BMF in his own right, frankly, with Gilbert Burns. That's how you do it.
I want to give you one more bet on this
Okay.
card. I totally forgot about. This one's what blew my mind the most. This is wild.
Okay.
Gilbert Burns to win by submission, plus 1,400.
Wow, they don't think it's going to happen. That's a. I mean, again, Mike Malott's good. It'd be a hard to get him by decision, frankly. Gilbert Burns dangerous. Gilbert Burns. When's the last time Gilbert Burns won by submission, though?
5 years ago, 4 years ago. It's been a
Came in
long time.
Maya was ground and pound, so we're past 6 years. 2019, a rear naked choke against Mike Davis.
I can't believe it's been that long. That's what I was saying earlier. Gilbert Burns needs to get back to his roots
Now
in this fight.
he was in now he's been in several grappling events and he does get the finishes in the grappling events, but I'm counting MMA only. And that's the thing. He has more finishes by I think he has more finishes by knockout than he does. No, he does have more. Okay, his pro MMA stats. He has 6 wins by KO/TKO and 9 wins by submission, 7 wins by decision. So pretty evenly distributed, but he does tend to finish the fight more often than he goes to a decision.
Which, yes, I understand. Yeah, he does because he loves keeping it up on his feet for some reason. He's a very big, muscular-looking guy, and he loves to throw. He's a true MMA artist. But you really gotta get back to your roots on this last one, man. Don't go out on a losing streak in the UFC. You're such a
I'm
great
curious.
guy, fun guy.
You found the line for Burns winning by submission. What's the line for Malott winning by submission? Because if he can do that, he would be the first person to ever submit Gilbert Burns in MMA.
Gosh. Honestly, if you're ever going to submit Gilbert Burns in MMA, it's going to be at the end of his career, which is exactly what's happening right now.
Mike Malott normally wins by submission with 6 wins that way. He also has never lost by submission. So, and 5 wins by KO/TKO, 2 wins by decision for Malott.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. I did not write that one down.
No worries. Check it out. Might be a fun fight. You don't need to necessarily pick a winner, but just ends by submission. Both these guys very talented. Both these guys never lost by submission. So if you're looking for a fun bet, that might be the one. But Kelby, do you have anything else about this fight?
No, no, don't really have anything else about this fight. Bye. Dang, this is bothering me that I can't find it.
You want to just find the line really quick?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
okay, and again, so Mike Malott, just, I don't know. I have a hard time seeing him beat Gilbert Burns, but I think it's going to happen.
DraftKings has not released Mike Malott by submission just yet. They're saying it should be released by tomorrow. But they do
All
have Mike
right,
Malott
well,
by decision at plus 550.
I think that might be the most likely way he wins. All right. But go ahead and check out some more our videos and content throughout the week. I believe we are recording in advance. I'm pretty sure this is airing Thursday, you said?
Thursday morning.
So if it's airing Thursday, go ahead and check out TikTok, Instagram. Tomorrow I'll be having a video go up, my 5 storylines going into UFC Winnipeg. Just a little thing, just some fun things going on in the fights that I like to draw some attention to. And Kelby, do you have anything else
Real quick,
ahead for this weekend?
because this is another video, maybe people didn't tune into the one that we released on Sunday. So this is Thursday. And we're going to be doing a new thing where we will be releasing Post-fight videos will be released on Sundays. Pre-fight videos will be released on Thursdays. We'll have shorts coming out every single day of the week, continuously until there is like a break in the UFC, which is not happening for a while. So keep an eye out on the content. We're on Instagram. I'm not really on X, but we do have an X account if you really want to show support. YouTube, Spotify,
To
and TikTok.
Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. Please like and share on the YouTube. And one more thing, Kelby, we need
Oh
to
yeah,
get into it. Because you
yeah.
want to know what else
What
is on
else?
Sundays with the post fight show? They're live, and it's going to be
Yep.
live, 8 a.m. in the morning. We're going to have
Yes,
coffee and fights, but I think that is all for tonight.
that is all for
Kelby?
tonight.
Oh yeah, we have an outro
We
now.
have an
Why am I doing
outro.
these exits? I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
just hit the button.
I just need to stop talking.
We'll get better at this.
But what do you think of have a good night? And that is a show. Thank you so much for watching Flamingo Fight Talk. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.
Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify. Be on the lookout for our YouTube Live. See you next time. Stay on the Flamingo side. Peace.